we don't really talk about a lot of drugstore makeup on this channel because I spend too much money on overpriced products. But when I saw this collection come out, I was intrigued. Today we're going to be talking about the new Alice in Wonderland collection from Wet n Wild. And the reason why this collection in particular caught my attention, I've talked about it before, it's very embarrassing, but I'm a Disney adult. I love Disneyland. I do. I know. Who am I? How old am I? It doesn't matter. Disneyland's a magical place. It's fine. But I knew I wanted to try some pieces from this collection because it actually looked really intriguing. There are some fun things. Now, I did not pick up the entire collection, just gonna warn you, but I did pick up some key pieces. So what are we gonna be talking about and using in today's video? Let me show you. The ones that really caught my attention, first off, was the palette. So I thought the palette was actually really cool looking. I mean, I don't know how it's gonna perform. I'm very curious. And I'm not super stoked on the two pressed glitters there, but I'm curious. Let's try it out, right? Like, we might as well. I think they did a good job with the color story. I feel like this is a really good Alice in Wonderland color story. It's got the Alice blue. It's got some pretty purples, which represents someone who wears purple. Cheshire Cat? No, he's pink. They've got pink for the Cheshire Cat. Why? I don't know who purple is, but it's a cool purple, so whatever. Like, I'm not going to complain about someone putting in a purple. I will be avoiding those pressed glitters. We're going to do some swatches of this palette just so you can see how it performs swatch-wise, but I will not be putting pressed glitters on my eyes. I think these are the kind that it's literally just chunky glitter suspended in gel that, like, just gets everywhere. So this is the palette we're going to be talking about. I also picked up, they have kind of like these super cool little face palettes. So they have a bronzer palette. This one's called Tea Anyone. And it's got like the cool little bronzer stripes, which I really love. And then we have the highlighter palette, which is called Curiouser and Curiouser. And again, they're doing that same like little stripe motif. And if it looks like it's already been touched, it's because obviously I already touched it. Very surprised at how well that blue swatched. That was fun. Okay, they also have a blush palette, and this one's called Talk to the Flowers. It's got the little flowers on the packaging, and it looks like this. So I am super intrigued by these guys. I was like, yeah, I want to pick that up. Okay, I want to see how it goes. I also picked up, let's see, I picked up the My Reality Is Just Different setting spray, and this one is a shimmer spray. So I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's definitely got some shimmer in there. Also picked up, I'm not going to be using these on camera, but I just thought these were really cute. It's two little blenders. They've got little imprints on them. And then the last, okay, hang on. Two things I picked up. Okay, second to last thing, this tiny mirror. Oh, look how cute it is. I am obsessed. I love when brands do mirrors. I just do, because I use them. And this one, even though it's very tiny, it still works great. It's a good mirror. So I am really excited to have a little Cheshire Cat mirror. The other thing I picked up that I won't be using, I really like face crystals. They have some Alice in Wonderland face crystals. So I picked these up. I have no idea where or what I'm gonna wear them to, but I'll find a place, okay? I will find a place. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play with all these products. We're gonna go ahead and do a look with the eyeshadow, see how it performs. And then we're gonna use the three little face palettes as well, because I'm very excited for these. And, oh wait, I have a lipstick too. Where is that? This is a very much like dark horse lipstick because it's a color I would not normally get. It's very dark. But the reason why I chose this one is because it has Dinah the kitty on it. Oh, and I love it. And this one is in the color Curtsy. So no idea what it's gonna look like on the face. No idea if it's gonna clash with whatever look we do with the eyeshadow. Doesn't matter. It's adorable. Look at that. So cute. Okay, so we will be using that to complete the look, but let's get into some swatches and then let's get into the look. Okay, here we are swatching the new Alice in Wonderland palette from Wet n Wild. Let's see how these swatches do. Now, there are names for everything. It's on the back of the palette though, so I'm not gonna redo the names because I'm not gonna switch back and forth the entire time. We're just gonna swatch these. We're gonna see how they feel. Okay, here's the palette. Some of those swatched really well. Actually kind of impressed with some of those. Let's see how it looks on the eyes. So I've already gone ahead and primed this eye with my Kaleidos Tone Activator Eye Primer, and we are going to get into this. I was so surprised. Some of these swatched really well, like really well. Like any of this kind of formula seemed to really swatch like magic. The mattes, I'm a little concerned about. We're actually going to go into this color here, which I believe is, hang on, not all there. Oh, it says not. Okay, so the way Wet n Wild does their eyeshadow palettes is they have a little map back here that shows you what's eye safe and what's not. So if it's a black square, it's not for use around the eyes. If it is a white square, it's not for use around the lips. That one has both squares, and I think it's just because it's a pressed pigment. A lot of pressed pigments you'll see are labeled as not safe for use around the eye. I don't have any sensitivity to them though, so it's not a big deal for me. So that is what we're gonna go into, that beautiful fuchsia color. We're gonna use the teeny tiniest mirror you've ever seen, and it's so cute. Now, I don't have any eyeshadow from Wet n Wild, so I kind of went into here with no expectations, kind of low expectations. I've never really heard people talk about the eyeshadow quality for Wet n Wild, so I was curious. And the swatches were definitely a mixed bag, but you know me, I always say you can't always trust swatches because how something performs on your arm may not necessarily be how it performs on other places of your body, mainly your eyes. That's where I use eyeshadow. This is going on actually really well. So far, so good. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to go into this light pink color here, and that is Cheshire, that makes sense. And I'm going to kind of blend out the top of that pink so it's not as harsh. I did attempt to do a short last Halloween where I do a Cheshire Cat inspired look. It was really hard and I ended up breaking one of my Kaleidos eyeshadow palettes. Not on purpose, mind you. I wasn't, you know, angry and throwing it around. No, I just dropped it. I just completely dropped it. It happens. Okay, next what I want to do is I'm going to go into this color because I can't tell what it is. It's called Bonkers. Not safe around the lips. I'm not going to put it around my lips, so we don't need to worry about that. But I want to see, I couldn't really tell what this color was, and it is not picking up great on this brush. Let's see. I think it's just really light. It looks like it's kind of greenish in the pan, but I think it's supposed to be one of those kind of goldy green colors. Let's see. Okay, I'm just really putting it into the crease. I think it's not super pigmented, so I think it is struggling a little bit. Like I can tell like it would be good as a topper. It's layering on the pink really nice, but I kind of wish it was more green. Like even more of a goldy green, you know? And we're not doing a super complicated look today because we have a ton more products to go over. So we are going to finish up this look by using the purple. Of course we're using the purple. Think I'm crazy? Of course I'm going to use that purple. And it swatched really well. So I don't want to give myself super high expectations, but oh, okay, hang on. Let me see. Let me see if I put it on my finger. It's definitely more of a lavender. I think it looks deeper in the pan and it's showing up on the eyes. But it's showing up. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, so it is a very light purple. It's on a light base. So it's a little more translucent than what I like for my eyeshadows. I like super pigmented shadows, but this one, I think it is actually very pretty. I do like that one, but just take note, it looks a little bit deeper in the pan than it actually is on the eyes. And we're gonna finish up this look. We have to go into the blue. I just feel like you have to go into the blue, you know? And you know what? I'm actually gonna go into this white. This is Drink Me, because I really liked that one. That one was pretty cool. It is super, super soft. I'm just gonna stick that right there. I think that might be my favorite. It's got like a blue tint to it, which is kind of cool. So I think obviously we're gonna do the same thing on the other eye, but it's not gonna look complete until I put on some eyeliner. So let me go finish up this part and then we'll move on to the rest of the face stuff. I always feel so much better after I put on eyeliner and some mascara. I just feel like it brings the look together. In this case though, I have been having some major issues with my NYX liquid liner, which I have talked about in the past because I love it, but it's been leaking on me. So it almost completely messed up this look because it leaked into my eyeball, which is really painful to get liquid liner in your eye. I don't know. It might be time to say goodbye to it. I don't know. But we did it. We did it. We're more or less put together. So let's go ahead. Let's do some bronzer, right? Yeah. So we are using the T-Anyone bronzer. And it's really cool. It's got like these stripes in it. So you kind of can pick what you want to do. Just drawing my finger across, it's very, very golden. So I would say if you want an actual bronzer versus more of a highlight, which is kind of what this is looking like, you stay with some of the more matte looking tones. So if I just swatch one of the side colors, yeah, it looks much more like a bronzer. So something to keep in mind. I actually think it's really pretty. I like a golden bronzer, but for me, like I'll have to be careful not to make it look too much like a highlighter, you know? Does that make sense? So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just kind of put my brush in the last, or from your perspective, the first two rows, tap my brush off just a little bit. And let's see what this looks like. Oh, it's very light, but it's definitely there. Let me go back in with a little bit more. And this was the lighter of the two matte shades. So if I wanted to go darker, I could definitely use the other one. Cute. Let's do the forehead because we need some color on here. And then let's go ahead and do the other cheek. actually really like that. It's very golden, but it's pretty. It doesn't look too yellow or too orange on my skin. It is a bit warm, but I think it'll be good for summer because I do like to go a little bit warmer in the summer. Okay, now let's go into the Talk to the Flowers blush. We're gonna swatch this one too. So again, I'm just going across all of them. Oh, that's really pretty. Ooh, okay. So it's the top color here, and that is really, really pretty. It's a very shimmery, it's kind of coming off like a lighter pink on me. But again, I think if you wanted to go darker, you could take from this side, or if you wanted to go lighter, you can take from this side. I'm gonna take from the whole thing. So I'm going to just kind of put my brush in and slide it across. We are getting, oh, I think I put too much on there. We are getting some kick up, so just be aware of that. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. So this is one of those colors that I really love because you can wear it just by itself, so you don't need a highlighter in addition because it's so glowy. It's kind of giving you both. It's giving you some color and it's giving you some shimmer. And I love a 2-in-1 product. But that's a really pretty color. It's like we don't even need the highlighter, but of course we're gonna try the highlighter. So this is the Curiouser and Curiouser highlighter. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm going to just swatch across, see what that looks like, see what the dominant color is. Ooh, it's very, very glowy. Definitely, I would say the dominant color is pink. But as we've said before, well, we as an I, as I've said before, I've swatched just the blue. Let me show you. So just swatching the blue, and it is this like gorgeous periwinkle color. I'm sorry, what? This is drugstore, right? But let's go ahead and do all of them for this look. So just kind of, again, I'm tapping off because there's a little bit of kick up in the pan, so we want to be careful with that. But let's see. My cheek is already so glowy from that blush. That blush is kind of amazing. But we are going in with some, oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know what I was expecting. Again, I don't use a whole lot of drugstore, and I don't really have anything from Wet n Wild. It's been a hot minute since I was in elementary school. It's probably the last time I used Wet n Wild. Okay, but oh my god, look at this. This is like really impressive. I am so glowy right now. I am kind of loving it. Okay, so we're gonna talk about my final thoughts at the end of this video. We have one more product that we need to try. Actually, two. We can do the setting spray too. So let's go ahead and apply this lipstick. Wish me luck. Okay, this color is amazing. This is a fall color. I think we knew that when we looked at it earlier. It's a fall color. I keep bringing out all these fall things lately. I'm like ready to skip summer and just have it be fall, apparently. But Cal Surprise, I love this color. The look does not go together. Okay, this is not really a lipstick that I would wear with a bright blue eyeshadow, right? Not quite the same, but this is kind of a standalone lipstick that I would love to wear on its own with like maybe like a gold eyeshadow, something like light and simple to really emphasize the lips. But I was actually surprised by how well it went on. It feels really good on the lips, pretty hydrating. This is the first lipstick from Wet n Wild that I've used, so that's kind of exciting. Yeah, and it's got Dinah on it. I also realized that I touched my face and I had not wiped the swatches off my fingers as well as I thought I had. So if you see glitter all over my face, it's my fault. It is my fault. Or is it the setting spray? I don't know. Let's try it. So again, this is the My Reality is Just Different setting spray, and it's got some pretty cool shimmers in there. So, oh, it smells good. Oh, does this smell like cake? Is this supposed to smell like cake? Okay, and we are done. This was a super fun collection to play with. I'm not gonna lie. I like when makeup is fun. It doesn't always have to be serious, you know? So this was a lot of fun. But let's go ahead and talk about the products that I've tried. And, you know, obviously this is the first impression, so there's only so much I can talk about. But let's start with the eyeshadow because that was the first thing we tried out. I feel like this was not great. It wasn't terrible, but I think there are so many better drugstore palettes out there that you could get that are colorful, that work really well. It wasn't bad, but you know, I'd say if you're looking for a similar color story or you want something bright, I would say go to like ColourPop, go to Moira, something like that, because you're gonna get slightly better quality than this. It was not bad. I was kind of surprised by how well tea, anyone? I think this is tea. Oh no, not all there worked. It was a really good matte actually, so yay. This color was not good. The purple is nice, but it is very sheer, which is a little surprising. I think this color is going to be the winner. It actually feels like a ColourPop Super Shock shadow, which I don't need any more of, because if you've seen my ColourPop Super Shock Declutter, you've seen my ColourPop Super Shock Declutter. If you haven't, I'll link it up here so you can watch it, because it's a lot. I had over 100 Super Shocks, but this one was really nice. It has like a blue shift, very, very pretty. But I don't think you necessarily need the palette. I think where this collection really, really shines is going to be their face palettes. I kind of came into this with lower expectations because again, I mainly have a lot of like mid to high-end range makeup from pretty expensive makeup lines. So I was like, there was some good drugstore, but it's not gonna blow me away. I was wrong, okay? I will admit when I was wrong. These are amazing. Okay, so let's go through one by one. I would say the one that was probably my least favorite is the bronzer. Only in that the color is very warm, so it's something that I can wear in the summer, but I'm not going to get a whole lot of use out of it. And there definitely was a pretty extreme difference when you slid your finger through everything versus just a couple of them. If you went through the entire thing, it was a lot more shimmery. It was almost highlighter-esque, I would say. But when you focus more on the matte and just using two of the stripes, then you got more of a bronzer color. So interesting in that it's very, very shimmery. I like that. I do like shimmer though, so it fits me. But it probably my least favorite out of the three of the face palettes, but I still really liked it. I still really liked it. I thought it went on really well. Powder, you never really know what you're gonna get. No patchiness. It went on really nice. I like it. But again, I'm clearly a little bit surprised. A lot of surprised. But I'd say out of the three of them, my favorite is probably going to be this blush palette. I thought the color was so beautiful. There was such a good amount of shimmer in the blush. Again, I like a shimmery blush. But I do really like that you can just focus on some of the stripes depending on what kind of color you want. If you want it a little deeper, you can do it on this side. If you want it a little lighter, you can focus on the stripes on the other side. So I thought that was really cool. And another win, and the only reason I don't rank it as high as the blush palette is because that color was perfect for the blush for what I like. But this is pretty close behind it. It was just so beautiful. The shimmer is intense. It's very intense. I think if you do that trick where you spray your brush first and then apply it, you're gonna get an even more metallic looking shine. It's very impressive, and I do like all the colors individually, but I really liked using them all together. Definitely comes out pink, kind of hides that like bluey periwinkle color, but still beautiful. Like just went on really well. Really liked it. Okay, the Dinah lipstick. Okay, it's not Dinah. It should be called Dinah, but it's Curtsy. It's gonna be fun in fall. I am excited to try this out in fall to use it with some fall looks. It's not a summer lipstick for me. I think I'm just pale enough to make this look real nice and gothy in the winter, so I'm excited for that. Winter and fall and winter. The other little things that we used today, the mirror, it actually has like kind of a bendy bottom. Is it supposed to bend or am I just playing with it? Either way, it's adorable. It's cute. It's very tiny, but it'll fit good in a purse, in a handbag. It'll travel well. It's really cute. And this setting spray. There's not a whole lot I can say about it. I just used it once. There's definitely quite a bit of shimmer in it. And I think the problem is I already have so much shimmer on my face that I can't discern the difference between what's from the setting spray and what's not. But it does smell like cake. So I'm interested in sniffing this more on my face. So I will never say no to a new setting spray. And I do like some shimmer, but this is really, really pretty. It's cool. So a couple things that we didn't use today. We didn't use the face gems, but we have them. And we didn't use the sponges, but I am pretty excited because they're super cute. Overall though, there's a lot of wins in this collection. I think they did a really good job. Again, is this normal? Is this Wet n Wild normal quality? Because it's fantastic if it is. So I'm really excited to have these because they worked really well and they are totally affordable, which I appreciate. So yeah, some wins, some not as exciting ones, palette meh, but yeah, some great products in this collection. So the Disney adult in me is satisfied for at least today. And until next time, I hope you all are having an amazing day. I will see you in the next video. Bye!